We have been offered a contract extension for another season with Hereford. So stick around to the end of the video to find out if we accepted the offer or if we are taking our journey to somewhere new. Testing. Today, we are taking on Everton in the third round of the FA Cup. Little town of Hereford taking on Premier League team Everton. Is there any way, is there any chance that there is a little slither that we can cause an upset here? Let's find out, shall we? Let's just do it. Let's get this out of the way, because that little bit of hope that I have, there's a chance that there's an upset on the cards. It's gonna kill me when it inevitably does not happen. In terms of results that happened in between last episode and this one, we took on Portsmouth. There's only been 4 games. We've lost 3 of them. Yeah, we weren't great. One of those losses was in the FA Trophy third round against Macclesfield. Callum Watson scored the goal in the 58th minute. We did not deserve to win that game at all. We were absolutely shocking. Then we took on Morecambe 1-3-0. At this point, I thought, wow, maybe we're having a bounce back. We've just lost. They've realised, the league is still there. The playoffs are still there to play for. Time to bounce back. They won 3-0. Then they played 2 games. One of them against FC Halifax, by the way, who were down in 22nd. Should never, ever be losing that game, but we lost it 2-1, and then we lost 3-2 to Boston, and Boston are a good team. They are up in 5th. So I didn't mind losing that one, but this loss here absolutely sucked. Absolutely atrocious. And today, on our little bit of bad form, we're taking on Everton. So I am not filled with a lot of hope. That is the FA Trophy as well that is playing. We got knocked out of. And this is the team that is going to be taking on Everton today. We've got Hollingshead in goals, of course. The back 4 of Rodney, Ashton, Taman and Scott. Moene, Iopenda, Pierre. I'm not sure if I brought up Iopenda in the last episode. He is a new signing that we got on a freebie, and he is quite good for us. Pierre, and then Miller and Henderson out on the wide positions, and Princeville up top. Let's just not hesitate. Let's just start this game, shall we? Let's just go for it. In terms of the tactics, I have changed absolutely nothing that is going well for us in the league. So in terms of that is just stayed exactly the same. In my head, that tactic has worked for us in the league. So let's just stick with it. In terms of their team, yeah, they got Jacob Bryan, Branthwaite, Douglas Luiz, Alcaraz, Gibbs White, Sarr, all playing a really good team. Albeit, I do believe Barry misses out, who is their top goal scorer. They do have Beto on the bench. And George Pickford, is that someone related to Jordan by any chance? I don't know. Yeah, a pretty decent team from Everton, to be fair. Go out there and enjoy yourselves, lads. And let's just kick off. Let's just go for it. Murray Miller starting off bright. Never mind, because he's starting off bright by taking on his man, but we didn't even get to see him attempt to take on his man. Princeville brings it away. Can he hold it up? Turns back. Gives it back to Rodney, held the ball up nicely and made sure we kept possession. But Miller loses out to Reese. This could be dangerous. Gibbs White, centre of the park. The man can pass. Gibbs White. Sarr wins the ball on the edge. And that is absolutely wild from Sarr. I have no idea where that was going. What an absolute bizarre choice of a shot. Moene. That's a loose pass for Scott. Sarr is there. He nicks it off his toes. Got no one forward with him, but can hold the ball up before he digs out across, gets inside, goes inside, and it's saved or deflected of some sort, and he goes out for a corner kick. Moene. Iopenda is in space. Can he do anything with it? He cannot. It is blocked, and it goes out for a corner kick our side this time. That was a chance. I think the space was there for something to happen, but we didn't see anything. Scott with the throw-in. Finds Pierre. Back to Scott. Lays it back to Pierre again, who goes back to Moene. Lays off Pierre on the edge. Has a go from distance. And that is pretty close. I thought it might have been going in, but the keeper looked comfortable, and I think that was closer than what he thought. That was a pretty decent chance, if I do say so myself. Princeville misses out on the head. Gibbs White picks it up. Leany backwards to Douglas Luiz, inside to Reese. Lovely passing here from Everton, to be fair. Lovely bit of play. Douglas Luiz finds Alcaraz. Alcaraz goes wide to Sarr. Sarr is in acres. He hits the post. Reese picks up that second ball, lays off Gibbs White, and the shot is blocked and then cleared before it goes out for a corner kick. Sarr digs out the cross to the back post. No one is there. Reese can get onto the loose ball, though, and he can't. Lay it off to Douglas Luiz. Iopenda is in, I don't know where that tackle was from Iopenda, but the shot from Douglas Luiz is blocked and goes out for a corner kick. And we don't have a highlight for it. We are currently 30 36 minutes in, coming up on the 37th, and we're still 0-0. Princeville, what an absolute beautiful turn that is, by the way. Gives it back to Henderson Hall. Comes inside, beats his man. What can he do with it? Has a go. Travers can easily gather and hold on. Puts the ball down. Goes long. Who's going to win this ball? Hopefully Rodney. He does. Big head. Douglas Luiz picks up the loose ball, though. Reese inside to Gibbs White. Gibbs White goes inside two players with ease, goes for the shot. Hollingshead parries and goes out for another corner kick to Everton. Can we get to half-time with this scoreline? Douglas Luiz is over it. Hand is up. Where's this going to go? Back post, my prediction. It is the back post. Leanie's there, but he can't beat Scott in the air. It falls to Gibbs White on the edge, and we know he can hit them from the distance. Alcaraz, Branswaite, back to Douglas Luiz. Leanie. Gibbs White turns with it, finds Alcaraz, who finds Sarr, and Pierre intercepts and just absolutely lumps that ball forward. I mean, can you blame him? Just anywhere but there, pretty much. Branswaite finds Gibbs White in some space. Graham lays off Alcaraz, who has the shot, and I think that just comes off Hollingshead's feet. I have no idea how he saved that. I don't think he's expecting the shot. It just comes off his toes. Douglas Luiz again with another corner, this time. Back post again, Leanie's there. This time Moreni reads the game well and gets his head to it. It does fall to Gibbs White yet again. Sarr down on the right hand side, beats his man, pulling out all the little tricks. Douglas Luiz finds Alcaraz. Alcaraz into Reese. Reese through the dummy on the inside, has a go, and the attempt is a questionable one from Reese, to be fair. But are we complaining? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 42 minutes played. Fast time, fast approaching. They've got a dangerous free kick. Jake O'Brien is at the back post and he heads it over the bar. We won't be complaining about that one either. I mean, we haven't got to show us every highlight game. You can, just ignore this and let the time trickle away for us. Henderson Hall, back to Moreni. I don't know what we're going to do with it within our half. He's going for the ball over the top for Scott, but he's not going to get there, surely to God. Douglas Luiz finds Jake. Douglas Luiz goes long for Sarr. We know he's got the pace. We know he's got the tricks to beat any man out on this right-hand side. And he just carries it a long way. Finds Alcaraz, who gives it back to Sarr. Sarr can maybe find a cross. He beats his man, gets the cross out. Rodney is there to clear. It falls to Leanie, finds Douglas Luiz. Gibbs White in some space, goes for a goal from distance. Not too far away. But I don't think it was ever troubling Hollingshead, but it's not far away. There's a minute added on, and I think that is going to come and go. Certainly is. Everton have had a better side. Yeah, well, what do you expect, game? I mean, they are Premier League opposition, and we have taken them to half-time at 0-0. We can be very proud, and also everyone is very happy, which you love to see. Straight away, we're not going to hang about. We're getting straight into the second half. I don't know. Does this go into extra? It does go to extra time and penalties, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, I wanted to press that to always press Gibbs White. I want to mark him like super tightly as well. I don't know how I can do that. Let's see the highlight play out first. And then if I click on Moreni, will I get an option to like mark Gibbs White? Gibbs White, back post with the head. Hollingshead saves. Can I tell you to like mark him? Apparently not. Opposition instructions. Gibbs White, tight marking. Always. And Sarr is always confirm them. Gibbs White is pulling the strings, so I think it's important that we mark him as tight as possible, and hopefully that falls to Moreni there in DM. It should, in theory. That's the plan. Oh, that is a foul by Amari Miller, isn't it? And he's straight into the book. I mean, that was never in doubt, I don't think. And it makes him suspended for the next match. Sarr, what can you do with it? I mean, I've got you marked tightly as well, but I mean, you've got acres whenever you pick up that ball. Alcaraz, Graham, gives it back to Sarr, who's got the space. Scott here has just let him have it. He's gone for the tackle, completely missed it. Gone for the second tackle and given the foul away. Just know when you beat Scott. Just know when you beat. I mean, I think Scott needs to come off of Bickerton potentially. And then we might take a Princeville for Anne. That ball went straight out for a goal kick. Let's take off Princeville for Anne and Scott for Bickerton. Let's make those two changes. I think Bickerton... Not Bickerton. I think Scott is struggling out there with Sarr. Hopefully Bickerton. That's an attempt. What an attempt that was. I bet Beto is on now. How do you pronounce his name? Beto? The subs are on. Can they make an impact? Mari Miller finds Ayopenda, who finds Pierre into Anne's feet. Anne. That pass is absolutely atrocious from Anne. And if they score from this, I'm not going to be happy. Henderson Hall makes the clear foul. I'm surprised it was delayed as long as it was. He's getting a telling off. No foul, no yellow. There is a foul. No yellow card. Just a telling off. Pierre finds Henderson Hall eventually. That pass was a bit weak, but it got there in the end. Bickerton finds Pierre, who just loses out and gives the foul away. Kyrie Pierre, be careful. What a silly foul to give away, and the risk you took not to get booked. I mean, at least it is a telling off, but there was a risk there. We are now in the 67th minute. Let's bring on Miller here and a dozy for Miller there. I think I meant to say Hamilton here. And yeah, Murray Miller. I don't know. I'm sure I just said Miller twice in my head. I'm not too sure if I did, but I'm pretty sure I did. We are reaching the 70th minute mark. We're still in this somehow. Douglas Luiz is getting on the end of that in a dangerous position. Beats his man, lays it back to Gibbs White, who's going to turn and have a dig, but the shot is blocked. Falls to Soleil? Out to Poland. I mean, they are got a rotated squad here. Iapenda picks up that pass, finds Rodney. Tomadozi, can you do anything with it? You just go for the ball over the top. Can Anne reach this? I don't think so. I think Jake O'Brien's beating him in the air every day of the week, to be fair. I think Anne's like 5'6", and Jake O'Brien is an absolute powerhouse of a defender. Bickerton finds Henderson Hall. He's fouled ref. He's apparently not. Gibbs White picks it up, edge of the box, digs out the cross, back post to Sarr. It's not going to reach him. Rodney heads it away, falls to Tom, goes for the ball to Anne, who's got the pace. That's the only thing he's got going for him, Anne. And he plays the ball back all the way to the defender. Back to Adozi. Makes his run into the box. Manages to get the ball into the box. Keeps going. Lays off Iapenda. And it's wide of the post. That was a chance. If that had gone in, there would have been limbs. And that is saying something for me because I don't get excited that much. I don't show that much passion. But if we had scored from that chance against Everton, I would be out of my seat. Douglas Luiz over the corner. It's in the middle. Oh, brilliant. Jake O'Brien finds the goal in the 75th minute, just after we've had a chance to make it 1-0 ourselves. From a beautiful corner by Douglas Luiz, by the way, into the centre. It just falls to him and he just takes it first time and buries it. 75th minute, they found the back of the net. I mean, what have we got to lose at this point, right? Very attacking. What have we got to lose? We're 1-0 down. If we lose 1-0 or 5-0 at this point, it's still a loss. Either way, it's not until the next round. So just go for it, team. Just absolutely go for it. Is there anyone else to bring on? Sona, maybe, for Iapenda? Let's do that. There's 8 minutes remaining plus injury time. Is there to be a shock? Is there to be a bit of an upset? Rodney to Adozi. Hamilton. Rodney. Passing around at the back like we're not 1-0 down. But it's beautifully played in the end, to be fair. Dozy beats the man. Keeps it going. Digs out the cross. Gay is there and clears. Braithwaite out to Poland. We have so many bodies forward now. Douglas Luiz finds Alcaraz in the middle. He's got the space to run into and can pick out Gibbs White. Beto is there. He's hit the post. I think that's the second time they've hit the post this game. Soleil or Solet, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Lays it back to Douglas Luiz. Sarr to Poland. Back to Sarr. That is going to go out for a goal kick. That is way over hit. Everton are taking the game to Hereford. They certainly are, but it is only 1-0. So that means there is still every possibility, every chance that we just get a bit of luck. Granted, it's the slightest bit of luck, but there is still there. Yay. Forward to Gibbs White. Gibbs White inside to Alcaraz. Back to Gibbs White, who's continuing on his run, has now got acres of space. An absolute ton of it. His cross is blocked and it goes behind for a corner kick to Everton. And it is going to be taken by Gibbs White as well. There is a highlight for it. I get excited when there's a highlight for a corner because we don't get them all that often. Although we did concede from the last one, so I'm not that excited this time. Gibbs White, back post, is behind again by Bickerton. And there's another corner kick to Everton. This time, opposite side. Gibbs White taking it again. This time it's going to be an in-swinger towards the keeper. Hopefully Hollingshead comes out and claims this. Henderson Hall, it's on a 6.0 rating. I should have taken him off, but ayo. Was I expecting any player to have like above a 7 here? Maybe the goalkeeper, just because, oh, Soleil has scored at the back post in the injury time as well. It's now 2-0. He scored his first goal for Everton. It's against bloody Hereford. Can you really celebrate that? You scored your first goal for Everton, and it's against the little town of Hereford. I mean, he just stands there as well. He just hits him on the forehead. He just stood his ground and finds the back of the net. He doesn't even jump. 2-0. Oh no, I regret going very attacking now. It's going to look bad. Alcaraz beats his man. Morene gets past. He gets past Morene with absolute ease. Gibbs White is going to take on Bickerton as well and does so again with no issues at all. Lays it back. Back post. Oh, Joe Ashton has now scored an own goal. What has happened? We've absolutely crumbled. I know I've gone very attacking, but oh my days, dude. Gibbs White does really well here, to be fair. Lays it back. The shot just hits Ashton on the shin and goes in. And it's now an own goal. I went from, oh, we've only lost 1-0 to Everton, but let's just go attacking because 1-0 or 3-0 we've lost. But I didn't expect them just to keep battering us for the last 5 minutes. Gibbs White out wide, Kenny on the end of it, just about, brings it inside into the space. It's a shot from distance and it's blocked for a corner. They scored from the corners. They love a corner. We can't defend a corner to save our lives. Gibbs White is over it from the same side that they scored from. Same area again. And that has gone out for an Everton throw. And I think that is going to see us to the end of the game. 95th minute, Everton throw in. I think that is going to see us lose 3-0. I mean, I can't see there being another highlight when he throws this in. I think it's going to just be a full-time whistle. If the ref had any mercy. He lays it off for Alcaraz. Alcaraz to Sarr. Alcaraz. It's going to be out for a corner. Ref, come on. That could have been 4. There could have been 4. Gibbs White is over the corner kick. Back post to Bransford. It is cleared. And the referee now finally blows his whistle. We've ended up losing 3-0. I mean, I don't think we played that bad. It was only because I went very attacking because I thought, screw it. Let's just either get a goal or get absolutely battered because either way we're going to lose. If we lost 1-0 or 4-0 or 10-0, it was going to be a loss on the record and we were going to get knocked out anyway. So it didn't really matter. So in my head, it was like, well, just go for it on the off chance that we could just score a goal. And it came to bite me in the bottom because we ended up conceding 2 more. And I tried to say we give it our best. We were the underdogs, don't worry about it. And everyone looked very unhappy. So that's always good, isn't it? When you make the team unhappy and is worrying Hereford fans, which I don't blame them because he's now been a couple of hours without a goal, I believe. That's the FA Trophy. Is there any upsets in the FA Cup that we've just seen? Blackburn beat Eastleigh. Coventry beat Nottingham Forest. QPR beat Palace. Spurs beat Hartlepool. We lost, obviously. Man City beat Colchester 6-0. Man United won 5-0. Mansfield beat Stoke on penalties. That's an upset. Any more? Nope. That is end. Jeremy Frimpong got sent off for Liverpool, but that is nothing to do with us. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be. We weren't the giant killers that we had hoped for. We ended up losing 3-0 at home to Everton. But I mean, let's be honest, it was expected. So yeah, in terms of when we come back, let's have a look. I like to come back against Rochdale, but that is so early. There's only 2 games. Let's come back against the game against York, who are in 2nd, I believe. Yeah, they're in 2nd. So let's play a good few games so I can just get the season over with. By the way, big news. I was offered a contract renewal and I turned it down. Yeah, I said no because I thought after the end of the season, maybe it was time to move on to a different team. Because the end of the season, looking at where we are, we've done the first section now. We did that last season anyway, but I wanted it to be that we avoid relegation. I wanted that as the objective. And based on the fact that we are like 20 points above that, I think we're safe. So I would say the first part of that graph, that chart that we started with the season on, we had done. So I want to start a new team as we moved over to the second part. I don't know where that's going to be. I'm going to say now, it's not going to be in England. That's the plan. I want to do something abroad. I've done everything in England, I think, in terms of like my other saves. I've done the database with like the 12th tier of English football with a team called Chester Street. And I also did Luton, I think, when the game first came out. And yeah, I've always just done things in England. So I want to go abroad, whether that be like, I don't know, Belgium or Chile, who knows, South American. But let's go South American. Or somewhere like Singapore. I don't know. I'm just naming random countries off the top of my head. Or Japan. Japan's got a cool league, but they've got weird rules, so I don't know if I'd like that. Anyways, enough of me waffling. Thank you all very much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Obviously, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. You would be doing me a massive favor if you do so. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. So take care and goodbye.